internal communications at some of these agencies like Treasury and Commerce. And that could be very important right now as there's conversations ongoing in the administration change, and that could provide Russia with advantage in future negotiations and future plans.
We were just told that our cyber defenses in the 2020 election held up much better than they did in 2016. But how can we have the most secure election in U.S. history followed by this massive foreign hacking effort?
Well, I think that is, Jen, really the bigger story here. When you look at the election, there's no doubt that our U.S. government agencies and U.S. Cyber Command did a wonderful job of deterring Russian interference. They worked together in a coordinated approach in order to protect our election systems. In this case here, the efforts of those agencies must not have been convincing enough to the Russians to continue this operation. FireEye specifically said that although the downloads occurred back in the March-April timeframe, that the campaign is still ongoing. So that means whatever we've done to deter the Russians has not been successful.
How do we best defend our government agencies and our biggest firms from this kind of attack?
Well, we have to look at our cyber defenses. When we're dealing with these sophisticated actors, they are using techniques outside of malware. Again, they are using legitimate processes, scripts, and public tools in order to operate. And many times they've used stolen credentials for entry. So what we need are new types of approaches that leverage data correlation technologies for threat detection, investigation, and response. So some leading commercial security platforms employ these to protect against these sort of attacks. They capitalize on machine learning, behavior analytics to identify not just signatures, but also techniques that are being employed by these sort of actors.
We have a new administration that's likely to be much more critical of the Kremlin than the outgoing administration. In your experience, what kind of response would you like to see from the U.S. To this attack in the new year?
Well, first off, I do think we have to continue to employ a whole-of-government approach in what's called a name and shame attempt to deter Russian cyber operations. An example of that would be actually during the election, where the FBI called out the group Sandworm that I mentioned did NotPetya for that operation through an indictment in an attempt to bring these actors to justice. But this also includes allowing U.S. Cyber Command to continue its operations. In the 2020 election, U.S. Cyber Command sent teams overseas to monitor and find Russian malware, to release that, to improve and protect the election systems, and they also conducted operations overseas. So one thing that I believe should occur is do not take the leash off U.S. Cyber Command.